Since the Wenger in, Wenger out debate was settled by Wenger actually leaving Arsenal in the summer, Arsenal fans have been bereft with nowhere to point their frustrations. We hope this episode gives them some direction. Yep, for this week's episode we sent David to the Emirates where he was asking fans
whether they think Emery's getting the best out of his attacking players. So Ramsey, Ozil, Aubameyang, Lacazette. Do you think the system works for them?
Yes, it's worked for the last few games, isn't it? 6 on the bounce, doesn't say too bad.
I think so. Never seen Lacazette as hungry as he is. Aubameyang slotting in nice. Ozil needs a little more hunger.
I don't think that it's getting the best out of Ramsey, and that's the thing why we've retracted this contract for Ramsey.
Ramsey and Ozil seem to be getting in each other's way.
Ozil doesn't work hard enough.
I have no idea where he is these days.
I don't know about Ramsey, but definitely Lacazette and Aubameyang.
He's making the most of Lacazette. I like him up front, getting the most of Aubameyang on the wing.
You've got to have Lacazette and Aubameyang on the same team. They're too good to leave one out.
Fantastic strikers, probably 2 of the best in the Premier League. How can you just sit them on the bench? You can't. You've got to make room in you, put one on the wing, one up front.
So the majority of fans seem to think that this system is going to bring the best out of these players. But are they right? Let's put it to the numbers. Despite 5 consecutive wins in the league, there's still justified doubts as to whether Arsenal have truly hit their stride. Now, I'm not going to indulge in taking Emery's first 7 matches and passing a definitive judgment about performances so far, but for this episode, we're going to look at his style, setup, and whether it's getting the most out of his attacking stars. It's fair to say that given PSG's dominance in League One, it was the perfect place for Emery to have his team play exactly the way he wanted to, and we can use PSG's style from last season as a reference for what Emery tries to achieve. When we look at the top 5 ranked teams across Europe last season for keeping possession of the ball for longer and stringing together the most passes per possession, we can see that saying Emery's team try and play possession-based football is a fair statement. When we compare the personas from last season of PSG under Emery and Arsenal under Wenger, it seems Emery had a relatively easy task coming to a team that already played his style of football. In reality, however, the Spaniard has had a difficult time in having his Arsenal team dominate possession. Compared to the last season under Wenger, the same metrics that made PSG dominant last season have dropped considerably. Most discussions have centered around Petr Cech and the centre-back struggling to adapt to Emery's philosophy of playing out from the back. But the drop in possessions metrics that we just mentioned can't just be attributed to them, so let's have a look at what's going on further up the pitch. The last couple of matches, Emery has opted to use an attacking unit consisting of Ozil, Ramsey, Aubameyang, and Lacazette. This setup comes with a few displacements to what these players are used to. Aubameyang has traditionally played as a central striker rather than on the wing, whilst Ramsey, who has usually played deeper in the engine room, has displayed Ozil to the right from his preferred number 10 role. These movements seem to be negatively impacting Arsenal's ability to dominate possession. The comparison of Ozil and Ramsey's personas between last season and this one revealed that both players have dropped off in terms of build-up passing. In fact, Ozil is completing on average 30 less passes per 90 this season compared to last, with Ramsey experiencing a similar drop-off. It's not only in keeping possession that the new roles seem to be negatively impacting the performances of these players. Ramsey's XG output has dropped from his historical, perhaps due to him struggling to impact chances with his trademark runs from deep. Aubameyang has experienced a similar drop-off, failing to get good chances from out wide, and Ozil's expected assists have also taken a hit, with the German playmaker struggling to create from the right. At this early stage, it's important to be restrained with our conclusions, but for now, it's fair to say that the new management in North London has some work to do to get the best out of their attacking stars.
So there we have it, Emery's not quite getting the best out of Arsenal's attackers just yet. Where should we go next? Let us know in the comments below, but in the meantime, this has been 3 Minute Myths, delusions debunked in 180 seconds.